Good day, folks. It's me again, and welcome to another expose. Today, we're going to look at the Western Digital MyBook Essential. This is essentially a piece of garbage. This is the second one I've had. You know, it's a very stupid design. Because for number one, if you're sitting it on a desk and you got kids around or something, it could easily get knocked over and damaged. So without having a proper base on it, or even a base that might try to absorb some of the noise, this one makes a lot of noise. The first one I had was nice and quiet. I actually had to put my ear up against it to tell if it was spinning or not. This one here, when I put it on a desk, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a low frequency drone noise. And I can feel the vibration. So this one here, the drive is either off balance or the platters may be warped or something, causing a vibration. So what I did is I put it on two pieces of old mouse pad, and essentially that quiets it down a fair bit. The problem is, once it's on the mouse pad like that and you think it's quiet, you can sit a coffee cup over here and it'll start amplifying the noise again. So stay away from these. They're a piece of crap. They're the 2 terabyte 3.0, and one of the problems they have is these connectors are surface mount on the board, and if you unplug and plug it in several times to use it as a portable drive like it's intended, you'll end up breaking the connector off. I haven't had that problem because I just plugged it in from new and left it on the desk. The first one had problems with data errors. I was having problems. I ran a scan on it and there was bad sectors on the drive. So after scanning it for bad sectors, finding there was 3 or 4 bad sectors, not being able to retrieve all of my data, having some corrupt data, I sent it back under warranty. So what these people do is, instead of sending you out one ahead of time, they want, if you want that option, they want to bill you up full retail plus heavy markup, more than what you actually paid for the drive probably if you bought the drive on sale like I did. I bought this drive on Boxing Day, cost me $99 on sale, and it appeared to be working okay. I didn't think to do a scan to see if it had bad sectors on it. You don't think, coming brand new, you don't think of doing that, but it's something you should do. I would recommend it for any drive that you get nowadays. But basically the problem was, I didn't use it right away. I used it for a few things, put it away, I was working on the computer, and then 3 months later I'm ready to start using it. One of the first problems I noticed with it is when you leave it at nighttime hooked up to the computer and you go to boot up during the day, for the first time of the day, you power up the laptop, the drive enclosure wakes up, blinks a couple times, starts the drive spinning, and then goes back to sleep. So then the computer continues to boot and it doesn't mount the drive because the enclosure's sleeping. So then what you have to do is pull the power plug on the back, plug it back in, then it comes on, and if you were planning on using it as a network shared drive, it's not going to be in shared mode, so then you got to reboot your entire system. Now if you want to hook this up to, say, a media center like I planned on doing once I had all my movies and stuff on it, I have a shelf in the other room and the wire goes through and plugs into my media center, which is in the living room. I'm not going to want to have to go running through there every night and reboot the hard drive and then reboot the media center. I mean, that's just totally unacceptable. So I sent the thing back. They sent me a replacement. I plug it in. The damn thing vibrates like crazy, and this one still has the same problem with the booting. Now, these are supposed to be fully backwards compatible with USB 2.0. I don't know if it's the fact that it's a 3.0 being used on a 2.0 port, but I can't recommend these, and I don't recommend these for anybody. They're not a good drive. Western Digital is not a company that I would trust my memories or photos or anything to. I would much rather trust them to an Easy Bake Oven than trust them to a Western Digital drive today. And like I said, the company doesn't work within reason. They want a security deposit of full manufacturer's suggested retail of $185 to put a hold on your credit card for a month to send one out ahead of time. I mean, that's totally unacceptable. To me, a reasonable expectation would be to charge your credit card cost. That's manufacturer's cost, $40 to $60. These things are obviously made in China. No quality control. The company doesn't have any quality control. They don't care about checking these things out. They just do RMAs like it's commonplace, you know. Oh, I'll send you another one out. It's at your expense, your expense, your expense. I'm sick and tired of the expense. I may be sending this one back because of the vibration. I'm waiting to hear back from the clowns. I'm going to see if I can get them to foot the bill for it. Is a problem with the drive. And then what I'm going to have to do to solve the boot up problem is I'm going to have to get a different enclosure and put it in another enclosure. So I shouldn't have to go through that expense when a manufacturer doesn't manufacture a product that works properly. I mean, they're advertising it, yet they don't want to make sure that it's working properly, and they don't want to take the expense to correct the problem. They know it exists. They know there's problems with these. They just don't care. They just want to spew their propaganda and commercials and marketing to try to gain your trust, but don't fall for it. Don't trust Western Digital products. They're flawed, and the company just doesn't care. And that's another expose.